Well now, name's John Wesley Harden. Folks call me Wes. If you ever heard of me, it's probably 'cause somebody told you I was the meanest, deadliest gunfighter to walk Texas dirt. Some say I killed 40 men, some say 50. Me, I'll say I was just unlucky enough to meet a whole lot of people who snored, cheated, or reached for the pistol a second too slow. Now, I wasn't born with a six-shooter in my hand. I was born in 1853, son of a Methodist preacher. Daddy wanted me preaching sermons, not sending folks to meet the Almighty. He even named me after John Wesley, the founder of Methodism. But let me tell you, when a boy's quick-tempered, quick-handed, and quicker with a Colt than a Bible verse, fate has a funny way of changing your Sunday plans. I killed my first man at 15, schoolyard scuffle. Boy came at me with a stick, I gave him lead instead. Folks said it was self-defense, but the law didn't see it that way, so I ran. And once you start running from the law, you don't stop till one of two things catches you, the grave or the Rangers. Now I could tell you about all the shootouts, the ambushes, the long rides under moonlight with posses nipping at my heels. But I reckon the story y'all want to hear is about the one thing that nearly killed me faster than a Texas Ranger, a snoring man in Abilene, Texas. Now let me set the scene. I'd be gambling all night, whiskey flowing like a busted barrel, nerves frayed, pockets light. I stumble into a boarding house ready to collapse. I lay my head down, my hat over my eyes, thinking I might finally get some peace. Then it starts. At first, I thought a hog had snuck in through the back door. A low rumble, then a whistle. Then it built into a roar, like a thunder rolling down a cannon. I sit up, realize it's the fella next room, snoring like God himself was using the man's nose as a church organ. I holler, "Friend, ease up! I'm trying to sleep." No answer. It just got louder. I bang on the wall. "You hear me? Quit that racket!" Nothing. Now, it's like he's snoring in harmony with himself. I swear that man had a symphony of no's inside him. Steam whistle, sawmill, and a coyote howl all in one. Finally, I had enough. I reached under my pillow, pulled out my Colt 44, and said, "Lord forgive me, but I'm fixing to fix this." I aimed at the wall where his head ought to be and fired. Silence. Sweet, beautiful silence. Stretched out and slept like a baby that had just been sung a lullaby. Best night's rest of my life. Now the next morning, word got around. The man was stone dead. Folks said, "Wes, that's cold. You shot a man for snoring?" I told them, "No, gentlemen, I shot a man for surviving. If he hadn't done it, I'd have been dead by morning from sheer exhaustion." Some laughed, some called me a monster. Me, I just ordered breakfast and enjoyed it in my peace and quiet. Of course, tales like that made my reputation grow faster than a prairie fire in dry grass. Every young buck with a pistol wanted to outdraw Wes Harden, and I was too proud, too hot-headed to walk away. That's how the number of men I killed kept climbing. Not because I wanted to, but because I couldn't decide losing. Whether it was a cards, dice, or a gunfight. Eventually, the Rangers caught up with me. They dragged me out of Florida, threw me in Huntsville prison for 15 years. Can you believe that? All for trying to get a little shut-eye. You'd think that'd break a man, but I learned a thing or two. Studied law, I read books, wrote poetry. Can you imagine John Wesley Harden, the terror of Texas, sitting there writing sonnets like some love-sick schoolboy? But it passed the time. When I finally got out, I figured I'd try my hand at being respectable. Become a lawyer in El Paso. Bought a suit, slicked back my hair, and acted like maybe I could leave the outlaw life behind. The trouble is, I still had a gambler's heart and a drinker's liver. Old habits die harder than old outlaws. And sure enough, in 1895, sitting at the Acme Saloon, leaning back in my chair, puffing up like I was 25 again, Sheriff John Selman walked in and shot me right in the back of my head. Didn't even give me the dignity of facing the man. After all, the men I stood eye to eye with, I stared down in the dust. It was a bullet from behind that finished old Wes Hardin from a lonely coward sheriff. But here's the funny part. People still remember me. Some call me a monster, and some call me a legend. The truth is, I was both. A preacher's son who became a killer who became a lawyer, and a lawyer who couldn't stop being a gambler. And if I had to do it all over again, well, maybe I'd still shoot the Snoring man. But this time, I'd buy some earplugs first. Y'all like, share, and subscribe and follow. Y'all hit that bell too. Y'all let me know if y'all like this story. I got plenty more.